Chosen one, if you are hearing this message, understand it's not by accident. Many believe that pivotal messages reach people at the exact moment they need them. Whether by faith, fate, or alignment, this moment could be your signal. You are being called into awareness, not just for your own journey, but for a transformation that may soon impact your entire family. The days ahead are important. Not in a dramatic sense, but in the sense that decisions made now will influence long-term outcomes. If you've been holding on to hope, praying for breakthroughs, or simply trying to keep your faith in the face of difficulty, this might be your season of shift. This message is not meant to alarm, but to prepare. You see, transformation is rarely obvious in the beginning. It doesn't always start with an event. Often, it begins with a stirring, a quiet feeling that something is about to change. You may be feeling that now. If so, take it seriously. This may be the moment you've unknowingly been preparing for. The shift that's approaching isn't just about individual blessings. It's bigger than that. It's about alignment, an opportunity for you and your family to step into a more purposeful, abundant phase of life. It's about healing where there has been division. Growth where there has been stagnation. Faith where there has been doubt. And you, chosen one, may be the catalyst. Not because you have all the answers. Not because you're perfect. But because you've been willing to carry the weight of uncertainty. Because you've chosen to believe when it would have been easier to quit. That quiet strength, that commitment to keep going, has placed you in this position. It's important to understand that this season isn't only about external success. It's about internal alignment. The kind that makes lasting change possible. Think of it as an energetic or spiritual realignment, depending on what you believe in. What matters most is that it's real, and it's already beginning. Over time, things may start falling into place. The obstacles you've faced may suddenly feel lighter. Doors you thought were closed may reopen. People who seemed distant may return. But none of that happens by chance. It happens when purpose meets timing, and that's where you are now. Before things accelerate, it's crucial to center yourself. Ground your intentions. Clarify what matters most. This moment of clarity will serve as your compass as the shift unfolds. Without it, you might miss the very opportunities you've been praying for. You may be wondering, why me? Why now? Because you were chosen not just to receive blessings, but to guide others into them as well. Families often experience breakthroughs through one person's courage to act differently. To speak up. To rise when others retreat. That may be your role now. Understand, this doesn't mean convincing your family of everything you see coming. People change at their own pace. They believe through their own experiences. What you can do is lead by example, quietly, consistently, and faithfully. And yes, some won't understand at first. Some may doubt you. Others may resist. That's normal. But don't let it shake your resolve. Your focus is not on proving anyone wrong, it's on staying aligned with the bigger picture. The more you stay centered, the more the results will speak for themselves. Remember, this message is not just for your personal growth, it's about collective transformation. The healing that begins with you can flow outward. It can change conversations within your family. It can shift beliefs that have been stuck for years. And in time, it can alter generational patterns that no longer serve anyone. So what should you do next? Prepare, not by rushing, but by grounding. Reflect on what's been calling you lately. Pay attention to repeating signs, subtle urges to move, shift, or reconnect. Reach out to those you've distanced from. Forgive where you can. Heal what you must. Because when the shift comes, the more prepared you are, the more you'll be able to carry others with you. Even now, there are things working in your favor that you cannot yet see. Prayers you thought went unanswered may soon reveal their purpose. Delays you once cursed may start to make sense. This is the nature of divine timing. It rarely moves on your schedule, but it always arrives when you're ready. As you step into this new phase, trust your intuition. Don't expect everything to change overnight. True transformation takes time. It happens in layers. Some days will feel like progress. Others may feel like setbacks. But if you stay the course, the cumulative change will be undeniable. Those around you may begin to notice the difference, not just in your circumstances, but in your presence. You'll respond to things differently. You'll carry more peace, more clarity. And that will affect others, even if they can't explain it. It's okay if people don't understand what's happening in you. It's not their responsibility to understand. It's yours to live it with integrity. In time, even the most skeptical will see the fruits of your transformation. And when they do, it may inspire them to reflect on their own path. That's how true leadership works, not through control, but through quiet consistency and grace. As this part of your journey continues, take time to appreciate how far you've come. Often, we focus so much on what's next that we forget to honor the steps we've already taken. Every moment of doubt you've overcome, every prayer you've whispered, every day you chose to keep going, they've all brought you here. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one marked by clarity, growth, and divine timing. Let this be your reminder: you were chosen not because you are flawless, but because you were faithful. As this new chapter unfolds, remember, alignment is not just personal, it's relational. The transformation happening in your life is meant to extend outward, creating impact in your home, your family, and your wider circle. There's a reason this moment feels bigger than you. That's because it is. You may be the first in your family to sense this shift, but you are not meant to be the last. This isn't a solo journey. Whether your loved ones recognize it now or not, they are part of this larger unfolding. That's why your consistency matters. Your peace, your clarity, your choices, they set the tone. It's common in times of transition to feel like you're carrying the weight alone. But even if others around you are unaware of the changes you're navigating, that doesn't mean they won't benefit from the path you're walking. Seeds planted in quiet faith often bloom in seasons where others least expect them. Take this time to prepare your environment. Speak from a place of calm, not urgency. Focus on creating connection, not control. The shift that's coming will require unity, not uniformity. Your family may not move at the same pace, and that's okay. Your role isn't to push, but to guide. Now is the time to lead with grace. Your example will do more than any argument ever could. Trust that those who need to awaken will do so in their own time. What's important is that when the moment comes, you've already created a space where growth is possible. In practical terms, this might look like revisiting strained relationships. It may mean offering forgiveness, quietly, without expectation. It may involve releasing grudges or initiating conversations that allow understanding to replace tension. These moments of repair are not about fixing everything overnight. They're about creating openness for what's next. When unity starts to grow, so does momentum. And with momentum, things that once felt stuck can begin to move again, sometimes faster than you imagined. That's when you'll start to see small signs of breakthrough, a change in attitude, a long-awaited opportunity, a sudden connection or solution. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Your family might start to notice these changes. At first, they may not attribute them to the shift you've sensed. But over time, patterns will emerge. And eventually, it will become clear that something bigger has been guiding the process all along. This is also the time to stay grounded. Growth can be exciting, but it can also be overwhelming. The temptation to rush, to force, or to prove can creep in. Resist that. Move with intention, not urgency. The path you're on doesn't require you to convince others. It only requires you to stay aligned with truth. You may experience moments of pushback, especially when your shift challenges familiar dynamics. Some people are more comfortable with the bold version of you, even if that version was struggling. Change can feel like loss to those who don't understand it. Be patient. Offer grace, not resistance. And stay true to your growth, even if it means stepping outside of others' expectations. Understand that resistance is part of the process. It's a sign that transformation is happening. Instead of viewing it as an obstacle, see it as a reminder of the significance of what you're carrying. Real change disrupts patterns. It doesn't always feel smooth. But it always moves things forward. This is also where boundaries become essential. Growth doesn't mean tolerating what no longer serves you. It means learning to honor your peace, protect your clarity, and create space for what's healthy to thrive. That might mean stepping back from certain environments. It might mean being clear about what you will and won't accept. This isn't selfishness, it's stewardship. You can love people and still set boundaries. You can show compassion without sacrificing your peace. And as you do this consistently, others will begin to respect the standard you've set. Not everyone will understand it immediately, but the clarity will speak for itself. And then comes the next layer, stability. Once the initial shift settles, what you're left with is a foundation. This is the moment when what once felt uncertain starts to feel steady. Where the internal work you've done begins to reflect in your external world. And where blessings, real, measurable blessings, start to show up consistently. This could take many forms: reconciliation, emotional peace, improved health, financial breakthrough, deeper faith, restored relationships, or new opportunities. What matters is not just what arrives, but the posture in which you receive it. Gratitude will be key. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you aware of how far you've come. And it reminds you that none of this is random. You've made it through a difficult season with faith, perseverance, and patience. The good that's coming is not luck, it's alignment. As you begin to witness these shifts, be intentional about how you share them. Not everyone will understand your process, and not everyone needs to. Some things are meant to be experienced, not explained. Trust that your life will speak louder than your words ever could. At the same time, be open to guiding others. People will begin to ask how you made it through, how you stayed calm, how you navigated the changes. That's your opportunity to share, humbly and honestly. Not as someone who figured everything out, but as someone who chose to stay the course even when it was difficult. This is how legacy begins, not just in what you achieve, but in who you become in the process. As this second part comes to a close, remember, you're not at the end of your journey. You're in the middle of a turning point. What's ahead may still be unknown, but it is filled with promise. And you, chosen one, are ready for it. You've reached a place now where clarity has replaced confusion, and purpose is beginning to show itself in real, tangible ways. But what happens after the breakthrough? After the moment of transformation begins to take root? This is where purpose meets responsibility. The blessings arriving in your life are not just a reward, they're a tool. And tools are meant to be used, not stored away. Now is the time to consider not just what's happening to you, but what's meant to happen through you. For many people, success can be the end goal. But for those who understand deeper purpose, success is the starting point for impact. You're now positioned to lead, not by titles or declarations, but by how you carry yourself. The way you treat others, how you handle challenges, and how you remain centered even when things are uncertain, those are the qualities that create influence. This is the part of the journey where the focus shifts. It's no longer just about your family catching up to your transformation, it's about how your transformation helps elevate others. It might start with small things, showing up consistently, making wiser decisions, or extending support to someone else who's in a place you once were. Don't underestimate these simple acts. Real leadership is often quiet, steady, and rooted in humility. This is also where your story matters. The path you've walked, your doubts, setbacks, progress, and victories, it all carries weight. And when shared with authenticity, your experience becomes a guide for others. You're not here to present a perfect life. You're here to show that transformation is possible, healing is available, and growth is worth pursuing. When people see where you started and how far you've come, they find hope for their own path. But be mindful, this new season will also require discernment. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every voice deserves your attention. As your influence grows, so will the distractions. Stay aligned with your values, and always ask yourself, is this in alignment with what I'm building? It's important to note, transformation does not eliminate challenges. It changes how you face them. You may still encounter difficulties. People might still misunderstand your motives or question your changes. That doesn't mean you've failed, it simply means you're still growing. Progress doesn't always look like perfection. Let your peace be louder than your reaction. Choose wisdom over ego. Not everything requires a response, and not every situation needs fixing. Sometimes the greatest power is in choosing stillness and letting your example speak. There will also be moments when old emotions try to resurface. Doubt. Guilt. Fear. These are not signs that you've regressed. They're reminders that you're human. Acknowledge them, but don't surrender to them. You've already proven that you can move forward despite uncertainty. This phase of your journey is about sustaining growth. About maintaining what you've built while expanding it to new areas of life. That includes your health, your relationships, your mindset, and your habits. Discipline is what turns a breakthrough into a lifestyle. Think of it like a house. The foundation has been poured, the structure is rising, and now the work of strengthening, decorating, and maintaining begins. What good is a strong foundation if the daily upkeep is neglected? Take care of your peace. Invest in practices that ground you. That could mean prayer, journaling, mindfulness, physical wellness, or quiet reflection. What matters is that you stay centered so that as your world expands, your spirit stays rooted. And while your family has witnessed your transformation, now they're witnessing your consistency. That's how trust is rebuilt, through time, through presence, through steady action. Not everyone in your family may express it, but they see it. And over time, those who were skeptical will begin to soften. The respect may come quietly, but it will come. And beyond your home, others will begin to notice as well. Colleagues, neighbors, community members. Your influence will reach places you never planned. That's the beauty of alignment, it expands naturally. This may also be a time when new doors open. Don't be afraid to walk through them, but don't rush. Move with intention. Trust your instincts, and always filter new opportunities through the lens of your values. As you move forward, keep your vision clear. You are not here to prove anything to anyone. You are here to live in alignment, to serve with integrity, and to leave a legacy of wholeness. And your legacy doesn't start when you retire or reach some final milestone. It starts now, in how you live today, how you love, how you give, and how you grow. As we bring this part of the script to a close, here's what's clear. The shift has begun. The transformation is real. Your family is awakening. The momentum is building. And you, chosen one, are at the center of this incredible turning point, not because you sought recognition, but because you stayed the course. Because you chose faith over fear. Clarity over confusion. Integrity over shortcuts. And now, everything is beginning to reflect that choice. This is not the end of your journey. It's the unfolding of a new legacy, one marked not just by what you receive, but by what you share, what you build, and how you serve. You've stepped into a new season, one that carries momentum, clarity, and opportunity. But more importantly, it carries the responsibility of sustained growth and positive influence. It's no longer about what's coming. Now, it's about how you show up for what's already here. Transformation, while powerful, is not an event, it's a lifestyle. The habits, decisions, and priorities you form today are the bricks in the path of your legacy. They determine not only how your family moves forward, but how future generations build upon what you've started. As this transformation deepens, your life becomes a mirror. A reflection not just of your progress, but of the principles that guided it. Discipline is what turns a breakthrough into a lifestyle. Think of it like a house. The foundation has been poured, the structure is rising, and now the work of strengthening, decorating, and maintaining begins. What good is a strong foundation if the daily upkeep is neglected? Take care of your peace. Invest in practices that ground you. That could mean prayer, journaling, mindfulness, physical wellness, or quiet reflection. What matters is that you stay centered so that as your world expands, your spirit stays rooted. And while your family has witnessed your transformation, now they're witnessing your consistency. That's how trust is rebuilt, through time, through presence, through steady action. Not everyone in your family may express it, but they see it. And over time, those who were skeptical will begin to soften. The respect may come quietly, but it will come. And beyond your home, others will begin to notice as well. Colleagues, neighbors, community members. Your influence will reach places you never planned. That's the beauty of alignment, it expands naturally. This may also be a time when new doors open. Don't be afraid to walk through them, but don't rush. Move with intention. Trust your instincts, and always filter new opportunities through the lens of your values. As you move forward, keep your vision clear. You are not here to prove anything to anyone. You are here to live in alignment, to serve with integrity, and to leave a legacy of wholeness. And your legacy doesn't start when you retire or reach some final milestone. It starts now, in how you live today, how you love, how you give, and how you grow. As we bring this part of the script to a close, here's what's clear. The shift has begun. The transformation is real. Your family is awakening. The momentum is building. And you, chosen one, are at the center of this incredible turning point, not because you sought recognition, but because you stayed the course. Because you chose faith over fear. Clarity over confusion. Integrity over shortcuts. And now, everything is beginning to reflect that choice. This is not the end of your journey. It's the unfolding of a new legacy, one marked not just by what you receive, but by what you share, what you build, and how you serve. You've stepped into a new season, one that carries momentum, clarity, and opportunity. But more importantly, it carries the responsibility of sustained growth and positive influence. It's no longer about what's coming. Now, it's about how you show up for what's already here. Transformation, while powerful, is not an event, it's a lifestyle. The habits, decisions, and priorities you form today are the bricks in the path of your legacy. They determine not only how your family moves forward, but how future generations build upon what you've started. As this transformation deepens, your life becomes a mirror. A reflection not just of your progress, but of the principles that guided it. The shift becomes visible in how you speak, how you treat others, how you solve problems, and how you navigate both success and challenge. Let's talk about daily intention. Because now, you are no longer reacting to life, you are shaping it. Start each day with a mindset that asks, what can I nurture today? Not, what can I get, but, what can I invest into, myself, my family, my health, my purpose? That one shift in thinking creates consistency, and consistency is what leaves a mark long after moments pass. Your family will learn more from your stability than your speeches. They'll follow what you model. If you want to teach trust, build it daily. If you want to pass on peace, live it authentically. The most powerful transformations are the quiet ones that ripple outward from daily actions. Remember, your role is not to fix everyone around you. It's to embody the change, extend grace, and let the results speak for themselves. There will be moments when old challenges try to return. Familiar triggers, past doubts, or even external resistance. Don't see these as failures. They are simply checkpoints. Opportunities to respond differently this time. Growth doesn't mean immunity from setbacks. It means increased resilience. It means you bounce back quicker, with clarity and composure, instead of chaos and fear. This is also a time to be open to collaboration. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with people who support the new direction you're heading in. Whether it's family, mentors, community, or like-minded connections, growth thrives in supportive environments. One thing is certain, the old version of your life can no longer contain the vision you're walking into. So if some things fall away, people, habits, old beliefs, let them. Release without resentment. Thank the past for what it taught you, and stay rooted in what you're building now. And don't forget joy. Transformation isn't meant to be heavy or exhausting. Yes, it requires focus, but it's also meant to bring a sense of freedom. A lightness that comes from knowing you're on the right path. Laugh more. Celebrate often. Take time to enjoy the fruits of the journey, not just the destination. You've worked hard, you've trusted deeply, and now, this chapter is proof of that inner commitment. Your family will continue to evolve as well. Even if not everyone grows at the same pace, the collective shift is underway. Seeds have been planted, and hearts are opening. Stay patient. Transformation is not rushed, it's revealed, one layer at a time. In moments of doubt, come back to your core. Why did you start? What was the vision? What is the legacy you want to leave? That legacy is not measured in wealth alone. It's measured in healed relationships, in emotional health, in spiritual alignment, and in how your family moves through life with purpose and clarity. You've become the reference point. The one who changed the story, broke the cycle, and realigned the future. Now you carry that not with pressure, but with honor. And when people ask how it happened, your answer will be simple. It happened one decision at a time. One day at a time. One act of faith at a time. You aligned with a higher purpose. You trusted the process. You stayed consistent. And now, the transformation is undeniable. So, as this message draws to a close, let's revisit the truth. You are no longer waiting for the shift. You are the shift. You're not hoping for a better future. You're building one. You're not dreaming about legacy. You're living it, through every action, every choice, and every moment of intentional growth. And while the world may not always recognize the quiet strength behind your journey, the people who matter most, your family, your loved ones, your community, will feel it, benefit from it, and carry it forward. Chosen one, this is your time. Not just to rise, but to stay rooted. Not just to succeed, but to serve. Not just to receive, but to restore. Because transformation isn't about what changes for a moment, it's about what lasts for generations. And you've already begun.